Hey guys, so something just isn't right. I wanted to bring you a happy video about barrels today, obviously some sort of sequel to my Skyrim top 5 barrels. And going into this, I had a really positive attitude, but I gotta say, after examining the barrels of Fallout 4, there's something really disturbing going on here, something really sick. And I think now more than ever, I really want to raise awareness about what's going on. These mysterious creatures, so magnificent, sometimes magical, they just don't deserve this kind of abuse. Before we take any further actions, I think I should show you what's going on, but if at any point you do feel sick, or if you feel like you just can't keep going, it's alright, you can click off. I know it's not going to be for everyone. So, with that said, let's get into it. Starting off with number 5, we have this. Good God, back in Skyrim, these creatures were so majestic, liberated. They could move freely through the land. They were even dangerous. They could hide in plain sight. No one would know they were there, only a trained eye. But here in the Commonwealth, they're not strong enough to fight back. I don't know what it is. They're being collected by the masses, either killed or forced to work. As you can see here, well, they're not working. No, they're being filled with toxic waste and then dumped into fetid pools of gooey filth. It's like acid burning away at their metal, corroding from the inside out. All over, the green glowing water shoots up as it's being disturbed by all this radiation. You can find this at the mass fusion disposal site. You see this genocide. You see this massive graveyard. This is what we're dealing with. I know, I'm sorry to surprise you like this, but we can't turn away from the truth. And the super mutants nearby, they aren't even doing anything to help. They've just been sitting back and laughing as the crane drops in 3 more, sizzling right on impact. Sons of bitches, I killed them. Blew out their stomachs with my laser rifle. You can't see the atrocity here. Boom, boom. You can't see the great pain these barrels are suffering. Blam, blam. It's inhumane. Look! You see, by the truckloads they're being dumped in, spilled to their death. Oh, the thing is that this is only the beginning. It's not over yet. I think you're ready now, so follow me. We need to continue. Number 4, if they're not being killed, they're working. Like I said, hard labor. Well, this is one of those instances. You can find this at the Tucker Memorial Bridge. 2 different groups are being forced to repair an old bridge. As you can see, the first group is struggling just to move a pair of planks. Normally, a barrel can balance at least a dozen planks on top of its head, but here, well, they need 3 just to move 2 planks, and they already failed once. This is how overworked they are. And then once they finally get over the spot that needs fixing, they'll realize, oh, this is a bridge. We need concrete to fix this, and there's no more. We'll need to mix some. But we have no hands. Barrels building bridges by Bridget Jones. It makes no sense. And then if you go over to the second group, they're trying to reach the top of the bridge so they can fix the arches up there, but they weren't given any supplies either, no ladders, so they're just piling onto each other. Come on, Jimmy, you can do it. I can't. We have to reach the top, Jimmy, or else they're going to throw us in the pools. I'm hollow. What? I'm hollow on the inside. No, Jimmy, don't say that. Just let me rust. Oh, God, Jimmy, no! Number 3, they're trying to escape, get away from this madness, get back to Skyrim where they can live happily. But why do you think you never see metal barrels in Skyrim? It's because they're not surviving the trip. You can find this next one to the west of Merc Water construction site. You'll come up on a crashed vertibird. Well, these barrels had come so close to escaping the Commonwealth. You see, not everyone likes the way these barrels are being treated. They're on our side, and they're working in the underground to find a means of safe passage. Well, one of these people was a gunner pilot. He took a group of 5 barrels and was trying to get them out of here. The trouble is, these barrels hadn't seen the memes. They didn't know. They just didn't know that they were up in the air, flying just fine, nearing the end of the map, so close. And then out of nowhere, the aircraft starts spinning uncontrollably, zipping up and down, and then bang! Into the ground it crashes. The remains of 2 barrels are still at the site, almost fully submerged in the water, just rain tapping against the small of their heads. 2 other bodies actually can be found nearby, flung 100 feet away from the explosion. It was horrible. There was, however, 1 survivor. They can still be found at the crash, huddling there in shock. So, I tried asking them what happened. They said the pilot was controlling the vehicle just fine, but then a message came through the intercom. The pilot didn't seem to care for it, so he hung up. And it was at that exact moment that the vertibird started going down. Now, I tried playing it back for myself, but the only words that I could recover were another and, your help. Yeah, I don't know either, but these birds must have some kind of remote controller somewhere else. Number 2, I'm gonna warn you right now, there's some really graphic footage ahead. If you don't think you can handle this, I want to warn you right now. All right, this next one is behind the Nahant Oceanological Society. You go out back to the dock, and this is what you see. I know. I threw up the first time I came here. It's so sad. Some people don't even know what they're looking at when they come here. Isn't it obvious? These barrels are committing suicide. They're rolling off the dock into the water where they rust and then eventually sink to the bottom. In fact, there are some who are helping each other out. One barrel got stuck, so his friend is literally helping him jump to his death. It's heartbreaking. This is what the Commonwealth has done to them. It's better to be filled with water, ocean water, than to be hollow. At least that's what they say. In death, the barrels all hold the same water they chose to share. And so they unify peacefully in the name of the lid and the holy opening, Oifum. But they just can't accept this fate, bobbing in the water as they try to push themselves down, quickening their own sentence, lining the ocean floor with their remains seen by all. We see you! We see you! We're not supposed to, but we do! Why don't you hide? Why don't you hide from your masters? What is it that's stopping you? It's a sad day indeed, but there's one last number that you have to see. Please come with me. And number 1, we have the worst of all fates. These barrels are being sold into slavery, a lot of which is sex slavery, especially to the gnomes of Far Harbor. It's disgusting. Also a lot to the UK. You guys are weird over there. But you can find this out when you go to the USS Constitution. In the hull, you see how they're treated. Stuffed into a corner, packed so tight they're toppling over each other. They're stacked into rows, one on top of the other. They can't escape that rotting body odor smell from the barrel above them. I mean, the way they're being treated, you'd think they were all just like crates or baskets. And they have to stay just like this until they're allowed to get off. If anyone moves a stave, then they're getting it blown off. There's protectrons, gutsies, and turrets watching their every move. Yeah, this is horrible captivity. And what's depressing is the robots have used some kind of really strong adhesive on the barrel's lids. So I couldn't pull one off and then, jump inside, because we know damn well that if I did, we'd be soaring out of here. I twist the hoop 30 degrees and then, boom, we vanish. But I just couldn't get inside. Now I know what you're thinking. This ship, it needs repairs. It hasn't been active lately, but before this, don't think it hasn't been on a slave trading route for some time now, despite what Ironsides tells you. The second this ship is up and running again, it's going straight to Birmingham, or at least it's going to try to. If I try anything on board, I might be imprisoned myself, so I did. I went to the ground, and that's when I tried shooting out the sails, anything to try and stop this madness. These majestic creatures, they don't deserve this fate. Barrels! And there you have it, my top 5 barrels in Fallout 4. Look, you don't need to like, comment, or subscribe. Just help me out here. Help me put an end to the barrel abuse. I would like very much to do another episode of this and hopefully see them doing well, but it's not going to happen if they stay here in the Commonwealth, so I'll tell you what. On Twitter, I'm going to start the hashtag #SaveTheBarrels, and I want you to use this. Let's start a discussion. Talk to me, @Grainolf. I want to hear what you've done to save a barrel. So, maybe you took one out as a companion and did some fun quests together. Maybe you crawled inside one and just soothed it by listening to the radio. Please let me know. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for watching. And, together, I know that you and I can make a big difference.